What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is my NCAA football 2003 dynasty. So this is not the 2004 Connecticut State. I am the coach of Bowling Green, and we have a huge matchup against our rival Toledo this week. They're ranked 21, we're ranked 19, and the winner of this game wins the MAC West and plays Miami of Ohio in the MAC championship game. So I'll just show you a little bit about my coaching past here. As you look, this is my fourth year. So far, I'm 45-7. I've had 3 winning seasons so far. All 3 have been. I had a 19-game win streak at one point. My bowl record is 3-0, and I have 2 MAC titles so far and 1 national title. And all 3 of those were actually, like my previous 3 seasons, were with Mitch-A-Palooza University. So I was the coach there originally, won the MAC twice, won a national title, went 3-0 in our bowls, had really just some fantastic years. It was a lot of fun. I loved coaching there, but when the contract ended and we played in the MAC East, I left to go over to the MAC West to go to my alma mater, Bowling Green, and so we're having another good year here. We're 9-2 right now. So I'll take you into the trophy room here and take a look at, some of the stuff that I've gotten in the past. So there's our 2004 National Championship trophy. Mitch-A-Palooza, 14-0. It was a real fun season. I wasn't recording at that point, so I'm just kind of giving you guys a glimpse. We won the Orange Bowl in 2005. The San Francisco Bowl was my first ever bowl win in 2002. That was a huge win over Miami. As you can see, it was a really close game. Got a couple MAC titles in there, a few Heisman trophies in there as well. And, we're going to look to try to capture another Heisman this year. Our running back, Terrell Dennis, he's in the running for the Heisman. So, we'll peek over at the standings here, kind of like I was mentioning. We're playing in the MAC West, and there we are. We're 19th in the nation, Toledo's 21st, so this is going to be a huge game. We're both 6-1 in the conference, so the winner plays undefeated Miami. And there's Mitch-A-Palooza. Since I left, I was just there last year. We won the national title. They might be the first national title winners ever to have a losing season, going 5-6 the year after I left. So here we go. Let's go face Toledo. And I don't know if you guys can, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I'm recording this audio after. I recorded the game, looked back to the trophies and all that stuff, but the audio had a problem, so I'm just recording it here now. And I'll just kind of commentate in like a past tense type, or like a commentator would, instead of the usual live reactions that you get out of me. So there are the standings, like I've been talking about. So we need this one if we want to continue or at least for me as a coach, continue my appearances in the MAC title game. I believe I've won the last 2. I think it was only my first year coaching I didn't make the MAC championship game. And there's our guy Dennis. He's having a huge year, and he does do a lot for our offense, and he's one of the reasons that we run the ball so much. And, back in the 2003 version of NCAA football, it was harder to throw. Passing wasn't as fluid. I talk about it all the time, but the ball physics are not the same as they are today. And this was the last year with the old ball physics, so it's still fun to pass, but there are just some things that kind of make running a little bit more easier. So Toledo's taking the ball here. And as you know, they're coming out. It's 1st and 10. They're lining up. So here we go. They're going to run to the left, and they're going to just absolutely spin the mess out of us, get a big gain. And, this game was a lot of fun for me to go in and play. Toledo and Bowling Green is one of the biggest rivalries in college football. And especially this year in real life, Bowling Green was able to upset Toledo and beat them 20-7, the first time in a decade that they were able to win. And, it's always been a good rivalry, but the number one thing that makes rivalries fun is when they're back and forth. I mean, I would personally say the best rivalry in all of football is Auburn and Alabama, because they actually do a good job trading wins, regardless of the team's record books. So Toledo fires one out, and we got a huge interception by Buck. And he's going to grab it. He's going to break a couple tackles, but he's going to end up getting brought down. So lucky for us, we get to start out on offense, at the 36-yard line, or roughly there about. I think it was actually at like the 30. But then here we go, third down conversions were first in the nation, so we love to see that. We're going to get under center here and just try to punch it in with Morris, or Dennis, I should say, and we are able to get it. That's our bread and butter all season long. In my past years too at Mitch-A-Palooza, I've always just been a big running team. Let's get on the ball, let's run the football down their throats, and that's going to open up the passing game. Like right here, we run, play action pass, and Pitts is going to be open in the end zone. An amazing throw by Barry and an even better catch by Pitts to go up and just make sure he's able to beat his defender. See it on the replay here. Barry just lets out a missile. Pitts goes up and he comes down with it. So we have ourselves a nice little 7-0 lead. So we're back on defense. And they're going to fire out and just absolutely get over us. Anderson sticks a hand up. He goes up and gets it, but it just, he tries to go up and get it, but it just isn't enough. And Toledo's going to start marching up the field. And I don't remember all the plays that happened here and like the whole video. So part of it is just kind of me seeing it and trying to just narrate what's going on while throwing in some side bits as well. I mean, look at that. Yards allowed, 5th in the nation. Our defense has been great all season long. Our only 2 losses to this point was to ranked Arkansas and to Kent State, believe it or not. And there's a huge interception by Anderson. Toledo, just when they thought they were going to drive down the field and make something happen on offense, we were able to get a huge pick on them. And we're able to find Walsh right over there, get the senior involved, get a big first down. But then, we are going to end up punting. And I believe we're able to pin them here, if I remember correctly. Our punter's one of our best overall players. And there we go. And it takes a beautiful bounce, and we pin him within the 5-yard line. What a punt. It may sound silly, but it really does help that our punter is that good. I mean, he's like an 80-something overall, following into next year. So it's helpful to have a guy like that on the team. So here they are. Toledo's backed up within their own 5, and I'm assuming they're just going to try to run and get out of this situation. But they end up throwing, and they end up getting big yardage. I mean, he gets by 2 guys. He breaks a tackle, but luckily he's slow, and Stanley's able to catch up to him, and he's not able to even get past half field. But it is surprising that, we're ranked 19th in the country, and we dropped the game to Kent State, who I believe finishes with a record of 6-6 this season. So, but that's a rivalry game for us. Bowling Green has 2 big rivalries. It's Toledo and it's Kent State. Toledo's obviously a much bigger rivalry, but we still do play for the anniversary award with Kent State. And so despite the records being so lopsided, they were able to come in and take one from us. So Dennis is able to grab this one, and there's great blocking, and he just has to get by one guy, and he's off. This was my first ever punt return touchdown in the 4 years that I've been coaching. And it also sets an NCAA record for the longest punt return in college history. He takes it 82 yards to the house. And that's just a huge momentum shifter right there. Our defense is able to stop them, make them punt, and then the special teams comes up with a huge touchdown. And you go up 2 scores, that's always nice. And then our defense follows it up with a big sack on the next drive. Like I said, our defense was coming out ready for blood here this game, honestly. Not only do we want to beat Toledo because they're our big rival, but we're playing to make it to the MAC title game and face the number 11th ranked Miami of Ohio to try to win a MAC championship. So right now they're here in 3rd and 16. Very ideal for our defense to come up and make a big stop here. So I'm going to take Stanley. I'm going to play a little off the tight end, not too much, because, you don't want anything behind you. And they're still able to throw to, my area, and they're able to make a huge one-handed grab and get a first down on 3rd and 16. And there I am. The coach is pissed. He's not thrilled. It's 3rd and 16. Your defense should never give that up, but they're able to make a good play and get some offense going. So we did make them punt, and now here we are, just over 2 minutes left before the half. So, we're going to give a draw to Dennis. That's a big play for us when we're going no huddle. It's just draw to Dennis and, confuse them, throw down the field. It's very much a run and gun, and a long pass goes to wide receiver number 20. Yeah, as you can see there, I do average more rushing yards than I do passing. Not by a ton, but that's our bread and butter. We like to run, and Barry's going to roll to the right here, let one go, and wide receiver 35 is able to get it, able to sidestep that guy, and he gets down. And we're moving here. I mean, we started this drive just 40 seconds ago, and we're already basically in the red zone, it looks like. There's Barry's number on the season. Really, the numbers aren't going to wow you, but he makes the plays when they're needed. Just like this, a perfect over-the-shoulder throw to wide receiver number 20. Barry's got good protection, and he steps up, and he just fires one over the shoulder, and we're up 21-0. And so our defense was able to get a big stop again. Like I said, the defense was hungry today, and Barry's going to fire way down the field, and a diving catch by Gay. He just lays out, and he's able to come down inside the bounds. And even though we went on the ball, went no huddle, we weren't able to score. As you can see, we're on the 1-inch line, but I did want to take the points before half, and so we're just going to settle for the field goal here. We're going into half 24-0, so, I mean, we couldn't have scripted it any better. This is our rivalry game. This is to win our division and play for the conference championship, so this is exactly how we wanted it to go. You can see the first half stats there. Total yardage, we got around 100 more yards, nothing crazy than them, but they had 2 turnovers. They threw 2 picks, and in a game like this, when you're down 2-0 on the turnover battle, you just can't expect to win. This is a rivalry game. The season's on the line. We want to win the MAC title this year. So, we're going to try to start the second half off with a big score, and Barry's going to find, or look to find Walsh, and it's going to get picked. That's a tough one. He threw it into coverage, but it was deflected. They were able to get it. So, still at this point, as a coach, you're not too worried. You're up 24-0, but you do want to see the defense come up with a stand and not give them any momentum. But then here they are. They're running back, putting out a little bit of a spin cycle there, and he's able to pick up the first down. Oh, no, that's right. They marked him short, so it's 3rd and inches here. And they fire downfield, and it's picked. Picked by Ray. I totally forgot about that play. That was a huge play for us. I mean, 3rd and inches. They're trying to save the game. It's a 3-score game at that point, so they needed to score. And Ray came up with a huge pick. And then Barry's going to look deep for Dennis, and Dennis is going to go up and grab it. I mean, that's why he's our guy. That's why we rely on him so much. We did pass a lot this game. We tried to play a true run and gun style. And, that's been our way all year. So you pass, you open the field just like that, and then boom, we get on the line, we call a draw, and we get 9 yards off a draw play. And that's exactly what the run and gun does. We pass, spread them out, make them, play deep, and then we just start running on them. But as you can see here, the drive did stall out. So we're going for kind of a long field goal here. But this is the true freshman that I recruited from Connecticut. Stole him. He was originally interested in my old school, Mitch-A-Palooza, and he's able to bust one in there for a good kick. It was over 40 yards, and it's so nice having a highly skilled punter and kicker, because special teams really does help give us an edge in some of these games. So Toledo's got the ball back, lined up in the shotgun here. And, they're going to be passing a lot. They know that that's what they have to do. And they're able to get a big gain here. As you can see, Good brings them all the way down past the 50. And at this point, they're down 27-0. So they really just got to start moving down the field quickly and trying to stay alive in this game. But at this point, it does feel over. But you never know till you know. And we can't take anyone lightly. I mean, this is a rivalry game. And this is all the stakes of the MAC West on it. And he throws it there, almost picked. Good deflection by the defense. You can see the numbers there. Their quarterback's not really having a good day. So they drop back here, and he fires, and it's picked. Maynard goes down on his knees, dives or slides, and goes to grab that interception. So then it's 27-0. They throw their 3rd pick of the game. Our defense is feeling great. Sometimes in these recap videos, we don't show a lot of the defense making big stops, but that's what they do for us, and they've been doing it all year. And Dennis, with that long run, puts himself over 100 yards. I mean, he was consistently getting over 100 yards, and, that's why right now he's in the running for the Heisman. So you see here, we're pretty much on the doorstep of scoring again. We go into the fourth quarter up 20-7-0, and a score here would feel really good. Feels like it puts the nail in the coffin. So we're going to line up for the triple option, and we're just going to, I believe we're just going to give it to Morris here. Yep, Morris is going to take it, and he's going to go down to the 1 yard line, half yard line, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to do what we do best. We're going to get Dennis out there, get our goal line, and we're just going to stuff it right down their throats. Big touchdown run there. I mean, we're getting great pushes all game. We're up 34-0, as you can see. We're in the driver's seat. There's 3 minutes left. Barry steps up, makes a play with his feet. Slowest quarterback on the roster, but he's still able to make some plays with his feet, pick him up and put him down. But then they did stop us. It's 4 inches. So, it's late in the game. Normally we would think about kicking, but we're already up 34-0, and we just want to ice the game. We want to run out as much clock as we can. So we hand it off to Dennis, and instead of just getting the first down so we can run out some clock, he's able to get another long run, and he's able to get in the end zone once again. Huge hole. You could have fit a semi-truck through that hole. And here we are, 44 seconds left in the game. 4th down for Toledo. They're still trying to score. Obviously, that's what you do, but there's not a whole lot left to play for. And they're able to get the first down. Their quarterback steps up. Oh, look at Dennis there, player of the game. 22 carries, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hell of a game from our offensive guy right there. As you can see, their quarterback here, 9 for 23, 4 interceptions. We've just been able to manhandle them all game. And I believe they punch it in here to break the shutout. Yep, they are able to get a touchdown. And then if my memory serves me correct, they're going to go for the onside, and they're not going to get it. So, I don't know for sure. Yep, here we are. We're just running out the game. This is going to end it. And it's a huge win. It's my first win over Toledo as a coach, in my first chance. So it feels good to take a lead on the rivalry. And it's a statement game. They're ranked 21. We're ranked 19. We're both playing to get to the MAC championship game and face an even better undefeated Miami team. So it feels really good to make a statement here. See, the guys are happy. They're celebrating. Toledo's crushed. Their season just evaporated in devastating fashion. It's a good way to start my career here. I know the alumni is going to be proud. The fans are going to be proud. All the students, faculty, they're all proud of me for the job that we're doing. I mean, we're ranked, and we're going to the MAC title game after beating our big rival. So let's take a look at this, stats here. Offense, we outgained them. We outthrew them, we outran them. Neither team was able to get a sack, so that was interesting. But then, the story of the game is the turnovers. We threw a pick, but they threw 4, and that's really going to hurt a team. As you can see here, we got out to quite the lead. They didn't score till the fourth quarter, and we were just slamming them all game. Barry had a good game, threw for over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 47% completion. He did what he needed to do. It's a team win. You're going to look at their quarterback, only a 62 rating. 4 picks, really nothing to note. No positives from their quarterback today. Yeah, and there's Dennis. That's when I found out, he was in the lead for the Heisman after this game. All those yards, those touchdowns. Great job from everyone. The receivers, we were able to spread out the ball a lot. Wide receiver 20 had a huge day, hauling in 4 for 70 yards, and he got a big touchdown too. Had a couple pancakes. And then we'll look here at the defense. Obviously, when you look at that score, we put up a lot of points, but it's thanks to the defense. They held them to 7 points, 4 picks, each by someone else. A lot of young guys, too. As you see there, a lot of freshmen, sophomores. Our kicker with a nice couple kicks. It's just a great team win. Dennis, obviously, with a giant punt return for a touchdown. That's a good team win. That's what you love to see as a coach. All 3 phases of the game were perfect. So last game of the year, Army-Navy, and a surprising win. Army's able to beat Navy 20-7. And then here's who we got next week. The number 8, Miami of Ohio. They're 11-0. We're ranked 18, so it's going to be a big game. And I want nothing more than to win a MAC title here in Bowling Green. You know, bowl games, I love them, and I'm going to be excited whichever bowl we get. But winning the MAC title is my number one goal here. We're going to be playing on national TV. It's going to be a fun game.